What would you tell somebody married to an entrepreneur or just being in a real relationship where you're trying to level up in how do I even put up with a personality like a Dean for a decade or two?
Yeah. So first off, I think two quick things, and we haven't got, I want to give some money advice before I go. I think two things is, I said it earlier. I really analyzed what things I needed to change and improve upon to bring into my next relationship. Because what you don't realize is when you get out of one, whether you date for a while and then we can bring the same shit, and it never shows up in the first 6 months because you are always somebody different for 6 months in a relationship. You can never judge anybody when they're all over each other for 6 months, because after 6 months, people go back to who they really are, right? And I just recognize that, and I'm like, this is the shit I did wrong in these relationships. I take full responsibility. I'm dear friends with my ex. We co-parent like nobody I've ever seen, but I know what I did wrong, and she knows what she did wrong. And we could either bring that shit forward, or I could really work through it. And I had to go upstream, and I found out that I didn't think I didn't take them that serious because my parents changed their marriages like they changed their underwear. It wasn't like I had to dig in and realize, man, I don't value this thing at the level it should. And if I'm going to say yes to somebody, I'm listen, none of my businesses would make it. Neither would of yours if we weren't all in and committed. If you dabbled in your business, if you weren't committed in a business, if you tried 15 businesses at once, none of your businesses work, Cody. Then why the hell am I not doing that in a relationship? Why am I not all in, all committed, growing, reading books on it? I read books on business. I read books on marketing. Why the hell am I not reading books on marriage and connection? Then I started interviewing people that were married 30, 40 years and were happy. Everybody I could find that was married for a long time, like, hey, can I call you? And I would ask questions. I found one that was amazing. Don't keep score. In the beginning of a relationship, you don't keep score. You're in 3 years, it's like, fuck, I was home. I did this. God, my dinner wasn't ready when I was gone. Man, I'm pulling my weight. Fuck it. I'm going to go out with the boys and have some drinks because she doesn't respect we start keeping score in our heads rather than just like, we're a partnership, right? So all these little things added up. So the only thing I'd say is you kind of know in most cases what you did wrong. If you don't, take the time and write down what could you have done better in past or current relationships, and just grow like you grow your business. If you did the same thing in business right now that you did 10 years ago, you wouldn't be in business. You're growing, you're evolving. Got to do the same thing in a relationship. Now we got 2 young kids. It's a different dynamic. I'm learning how to support her and love her. I got a badass entrepreneurial wife who's home with 2 kids. She didn't think she'd ever be a stay-at-home mom, and she freaking loves it. But simultaneously, she's like, but I'm missing out on my business and what I should be doing. So now I'm learning how to help her cope with that, because she is a freaking badass. I'm like, be a badass mom for 3 years, the best in the world, and then we'll go launch a new business together, right? So I'm learning and growing, not just ignoring it.
I love that.